little cosmic joke. I don't know if you saw, but this is actually take two because the first video ended. And the title of this video is called When Chaos Erupts. And that's just like a really good example of just stuff not going as planned. And as I said in the first video that I just deleted because it was 3 seconds long or a minute long, is waiting for a friend. So it's going to be a quick video, but it's really important. You know, as there's some big shifts that are happening. Shifts in consciousness, and what that means is that whatever is misaligned with the direction we're going, or the energy and consciousness that's coming in for you and each of us individually, but also as a collective, is that things can get chaotic. And so what I've seen is that I've seen a friend get hurt falling out of a tree. A mentor of mine got a concussion. She fell. Another friend of mine fell and scraped both of her knees. I know when I'm about to be going through some shifts that the things around me start breaking. And so last week, my cell phone camera broke. And I use it a lot for my work, so I had to get that taken care of right away. And then it chipped like a bowl, and I was like, ooh. It's like almost like I could feel it start to come. And then earlier this week, I opened up my refrigerator, and all these things fell out, and a plate broke. And then yesterday, a manhole cover wasn't put in properly in the road, and my car hit it just right that it like flipped out and banged up my rear rim, like got a flat tire, and and so the manhole cover ended up being like across the street on the other side of the road. The police had to come and all of this. So it's the point is that when chaos erupts, we can create from that. I call this chaos alchemy, where there's this surge of energy now available, and then we get to decide what we're going to do with it, right? So it's just like this surge of energy where it's actually giving us, it's like this opportunity to push out of our fields, our emotional bodies, our energetic bodies, and where we hold it in our physical body. The physical body will catch up a little bit later, after it catches up after the energetic and emotional stuff happens. So and so when that's, you know, pushing out these beliefs, these fears, these stories about ourselves, the fears, the connections, the conditioning to and of lack, limitation, the things that we have carried on from generations before us, that we grew up and took in the first years of our lives from our parents, from our environment, right? And even how we came into this world, right? How is our birth story? What is our birth story? What is our family story? And so, all of that we develop beliefs about who we are, the beliefs that we develop about what life is and what life means and what possibilities are, we're getting the opportunity to purge all of that right now. And so as the emotions erupt, or as the chaos happens and emotions may erupt, don't get caught up in the emotions. Do not get caught up in the stories of what's happening. Understand you have pure raw energy to work with, and then you get to direct that. What is the outcome that I truly desire here, right? We don't have to figure out like why it's happening. It's interesting to understand what's happening. But don't get caught up in trying to figure it out, because then you just get lost in it. So what is the outcome that you desire, right? So let's say you get in some discord, or a friend or a relationship partner triggers you, right? Rather than get caught up in the story, or get into any kind of blame, or like take responsibility, and then see, okay, what is the true outcome that I want here? And what you're going to see is that in those, in your choice of what it is that you really want, you'll see your own limitations. You'll see the stories that you have. You'll see the beliefs. This takes some courage, right? Because sometimes we see some of these things about ourselves and it's like, ugh, that's yucky. But like, better to see it and then choose out of it than keep holding it within you, right? Some of these beliefs that we start to discover about ourselves, because we can, so it's like when you're choosing, so say it's like you're really choosing that you want to be running your own business. You're really choosing that you want to be doing your art full time. You're really choosing that you want a loving relationship or different home experience. When you really choose that, you're going to see what is coming up. You know, you want a different physical experience, right? You want to do something different with your health. You want to, just have different relationships in general. I'm getting bit by little tiny bugs. No chaos. I'm going to keep going with this transmission. So my important piece is that take away whatever the chaos that's happening, stay out of the story. Don't get caught up in the emotions. Let your body feel whatever it's feeling, right? Don't push it down or anything, but also understand with your mind, you want to be directing like, what is the outcome that I desire? And staying in the present moment as much as possible. It almost sounds complicated as I'm saying it, but like once you know it and you do it, it's like, and this is what I work with my clients on, is like how to work with their energy field, how to work with the energy that comes up. And so like once you understand what it is for you and how it works for you and you know what your clair gifts are and your sensitive gifts and whatnot, it's because everybody's different, but understanding how you work is key. So once you do understand that, it's just like second nature, like breathing. It does get, I always say, like be comfortable with the discomfort, because the discomfort is very temporary, right? These stories are coming up, these beliefs are coming up, these memories and whatnot. But when you stick with the energy and stick with the consciousness, the conscious co-creation, all of it passes quickly, and you can be popping into the new self-belief, the awareness, the new timeline of where the outcome you desire is tapped into. So if you have any questions about this, post them below, but I wanted to get this out before I meet my friend, and it's super important because it can feel a little intense these days. But if the only thing that you can do is use your breath and be present with yourself, you're golden. Listen to your body, it knows. And yeah, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.